my name is Lydia. I'm a dealer of authentic ancient Greek, Roman, Biblical, and Byzantine coins and artifacts. I sell my items through my website called trustedcoins.com. Every item I sell comes complete with a lifetime guarantee of authenticity. A certificate of authenticity, my signature. I've identified over 28,000 authentic ancient items. The coin specifically on the flip is an authentic ancient silver Roman coin of Roman Emperor Augustus. With a short description, this part could be taken off, you can put it in your wallet or carry around with you. Professional descriptions many times citing a major reference or collection, and on the back the historical context of the item you purchased. Today I'm going to be reading the biography of Roman Emperor Maximinus I. I have a lot of coins of his in my store. By the way, these items actually make a really great investment. I don't know if you've heard about investment opportunities in numismatic coins. They're non-confiscatable and they're fantastic. This is what Maximinus I looked like. Maximinus Thrax, also known as Maximinus I, was Roman emperor from 235 to 238 AD. Maximinus was the first emperor never to set foot in Rome. He was the first of the so-called Baroque emperors of the 3rd century. He was born in Thrace or Moesia to a Gothic father and Hellenic mother on an Iranian people of the Scythian Sarmatian branch. His background was that of the provincial of low birth and was seen by the Senate as a barbarian, not even a true Roman, despite Caracalla edict granting citizenship to all freeborn inhabitants of the empire. He elevated himself via military career from the condition of a common soldier in one of the Roman legions to the foremost positions of political power. He was promoted by Severus Alexander. Maximinus hated the nobility and was ruthless towards those he suspected of plotting against him. He began by eliminating the close advisors of Severus Alexander. The accession of Maximinus is commonly seen as the beginning of the crisis of the 3rd century, also known as the military anarchy or the imperial crisis. The commonly applied name for the crumbling and near collapse of the Roman Empire between 235 and 284 caused by 3 simultaneous crises: external invasion, internal civil war, and economic collapse. Maximinus' first campaign was against the Alemanni, whom Maximinus was defeated. After the victory, Maximinus took the title Germanicus. Maximus raised his son Maximus to the rank of Caesar and the Prince of Youths, and deified his late wife Paulina. Securing the German frontier, Maximinus then set up a winter encampment at Sirmium in Pannonia, and from that supply base fought the Dacians and the Sarmatians during the winter of 235 to 236 AD. Early in 238, in the province of Africa, a treasury official's extortions through false judgments in corrupt courts against some local landowners ignited a full-scale revolt in the province. They murdered the offending official and his bodyguards, and proclaiming the aged governor of the province, Marcus Antonius Gordianus Gordian I and his son Gordian II, as co-emperors. Gordian II was killed in the fighting, and on hearing this, Gordian I hanged himself with his belt. The Senate in Rome switched allegiance, gave both Gordian and Gordian II the title of Augustus. When the African revolt collapsed, the Senate found itself in great jeopardy. Having shown clear support for the Gordians, they could expect no clemency from Maximinus when he reached Rome. In this predicament, they determined to defy Maximinus and elected 2 of their number, Pupienus and Balbinus, and so-called emperors. When the Roman mob heard that the Senate had selected 2 men from the patrician class, men from the ordinary people held in no regard, they protested, showering the imperial cortege with sticks and stones. A faction in Rome preferred Gordian's grandson, Gordian III, and there was severe street fighting. The co-emperors had no option but to compromise, and sending the grandson and the elder guardian, they appointed him Caesar. Maximinus doubled the pay of soldiers. This act, along with virtually continuous warfare, required higher taxes. Tax collectors began to resort to violent methods and legal confiscations, further alienating the government class from everyone else. Maximinus persecuted Christians ruthlessly, and the Bishop of Rome, Pontian, as well as his successor Anterus, have been martyred. He was a man of great size, 8 foot 6 inches in height. His consistent portrayal as a man with a prominent brown nose and jaw made some researchers suspect that he had suffered from overgrowth to some extent in form of acromegaly. Maximinus marched on Rome, but Aquila closed his gaze against him. His troops became disaffected during the unexpected siege of the city, during which they suffered from famine and disease. In April 238, soldiers of the Second Parthica in his camp assassinated him, his son, and his chief ministers. The heads were cut off and placed on poles and carried to Rome by cavalrymen. Pupienus and Balbinus had become undisputed co-emperors. So thank you very much for visiting my website, trustedcoins.com, for finding great emperors and authentic ancient coins.